Hey, latest book I've checked out is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Great book. Long story short, I'll tell you the basic gist of it. As a 9-year-old, Robert lives in Hawaii, and he just wants money. He wants to buy more comic books. So he goes to his dad, and he's like, "Dad, I want more money. What do I do?" And his father had a PhD, pretty smart man. But his dad was like, I don't really know. He was aware he didn't have the best financial situation. So he's like, your friend right here, his dad makes a lot of money. You should go talk to him. So Robert and his friend go talk to his friend's dad, like, hey, we want to learn how to make money. Now, realize the man has like 200 employees underneath him. He's a couple small businesses underneath his belt. And he's like, all right, sure. Like, look, but I'm going to teach you how to make money and how money works, but I'm not going to teach you through lectures. I'm not going to have you read books. I'm going to have you work for me. We're going to go to meetings. You're going to be in boardrooms, and we're going to learn about money and how it works. And so for years, he studied underneath this man, trying to learn how to run businesses and how to make money and optimize money. And in this book, he shares all of the things that he learned. And one of the things was a rich dad and a poor dad. And ironically, his father with the PhD was the poor dad, because he just saw it as, you get educated, you get a job, you work for 40 years, you retire, and that's life. Versus the rich dad, who only had an 8th grade education, started running a small business at a young age, started trying to understand the power of money, and made an effort to continually grow and to learn and to maximize his finances. And so, to me, that's the key number one right there. The dad with the PhD, he already was like, hey, there's not really much to learn about money. You balance your checkbook, you live life, you go through the rat race, boom, that's it. Versus, ironically, the man with the 8th grade education is like, no, there's so much to learn about money that isn't taught in classes. You have to learn through experience. You have to learn through research. You have to learn from having friends that know money better than you, and learn from them and learn from each other. And he's like, there's so many things to money to learn that you got to keep growing. So it was ironic to see the growth mindset with the man with no high school diploma versus the man with the PhD. He was like, that's all you know. It was insane to see. And once again, this is not a get rich quick book. This is not like, oh, do this in 30 days, you'll be rich. Like, you got to love it about the author. Like, he's genuinely trying to get you to like make it in the long run. One of the main ideas that he kind of points out is, if your spending habits are terrible, you're always going to be poor. Like, he has countless examples of millionaires that went broke because the more they made, the more they spent. And that doesn't matter whether you're rich, middle class, lower class. If you spend more than you make, you will always be broke. You make $1 million, you spend 1.2 million, you're always going to be broke. You have to get more disciplined with your spending habits, which everybody listening to this right now, we can all get better at our spending habits. We can reflect, we can make changes. And I encourage you, heck, just writing out your income versus your expenses on paper. That's a great step for a lot of you right now. Like, I really think that would help a lot of you out. Just go list it out. You'd be surprised. Did that for my sister once a long time ago. She was like, wait, where's these $600 going? Like, I can't account for these $600 a month. I should have an extra 600. Where are they? And so just doing that will come in handy. I encourage you to do that. But the main idea he instills into everyone is like, everybody has a financial genius inside of them. But you have to figure it out. You got to do research. You got to read up on it. You got to figure out what works for you. For instance, like, I couldn't start a dancing school. Like, dance is fun. It doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't make sense for me to do that. But some of you love dance. Like, that excites you. You would love to start a business with that. That's your gift. You got to find a way to somehow make that a business or a job or something that appeals to you. And maybe you don't have it figured out right now. It might take you 3-4 years to get it figured out. But the fact is, you have a financial genius inside of you that you got to go and figure out for you. And once again, this book talks about a ton of things, a lot of things that go against the grain. But I definitely agree with that. We all have different gifts in different areas. And I encourage you to figure out what your gift is, maximize it, and make it work for you. You can accomplish anything you want. All you got to do is be willing to do the work. I believe in you. Go get it.